All right, masters. Thank you so much for joining today's session. So myself, Krishna. So I'm working. I'm with Hanuman Master from the last 3-4 years. I've been traveling with her, and I think today is going to be my first session. I took a break. Actually, we have a newborn baby, so I did not get much chance to interact with you guys. But today, I think going forward, I'll try to take few classes in the evening sessions, basically. We'll start with a small gratitude prayer, and then we will go over a story, a small story which pretty much all of us know, but we'll go, we'll try to analyze that story in a spiritual way, so that way we can gain some knowledge out of it and the wisdom out of it. Okay, we'll start a small prayer. So just sit in your comfortable position and just close your eyes and just breathe in, breathe out for 3 times, and then just focus on my words and then just show gratitude. All right. Thank you so much. Let's start with thanking the universe. Show the gratitude to the universe and to the technology and the people who are working hard to give all the facilities to our life, to gain the wisdom and to make us path towards moksha. And let's thank our WayToMoksha founder, Hanuma Madam, for giving us the wisdom every single day, and also Anil Master and all the supporting crew who are helping us with hosting, creating flyers, and uploading to YouTube. Let's thank the Mother Earth, the Mother Nature, for supporting our body with the food and the oxygen it needs. Let's thank the farmers who are working hard to feed this body. And last but not the least, let's thank the body. Because of the body, we are able to gain the wisdom and we are able to move our path towards moksha. And also to all the family members who are supporting at back to make sure we are attending this class every day by supporting our daily tasks. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. All right, masters. So as I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to go over a small story. So this is the story. I read it, when I was in 5th or 6th grade. I used to go to library to read Sunday articles, in our village. That's when I read this story. And then, I took the piece of the paper of that piece and I used to keep it with me. And, like few years back, like 4 or 5 years back, when we started kids meditation, that's when I'm thinking like, what is the story we should tell to the kids? What's the best story we can tell the kids? And that's when I sit in the meditation, this story strike me back. And then that's how I told the story to the kids and everyone liked it. And then later I realized, this is not for the kids. This is for everyone. Every one of us should know this story and should implement the things, out of the story into our daily life. All right. So so let's start with the story. I'll go wisdom out of it, and also you guys can share how do you feel and things like that. Okay. So just for the kids, we created a PPT. So I'm going to share that screen and then we'll go over the same. Okay. Let's see. All right. So Looks like it's asking me to change the setting. Let me quickly change the setting and then let me.
Shall I make you host, sir?
What is it?
మిమ్మల్ని host చేయమంటారా?
No. I'm going to leave this and then join back because it's asking me to do it to share the screen, and then you can make me co-host. Thank you.
Okay.
So this is the story of a rabbit and turtle. Most of us know this story, and we used to tell the kids, and even in our school, like elementary school, we always learn this story, right? So the story is very, very simple, right? So there is a rabbit who always think it is the fastest, and then like it will always try to tease all the other animals in the forest, and finally tortoise wants to teach him a lesson. So he thinks he just want to participate, at least participate in the race. So that's how the story goes, right? And then they both have a race, and then finally the because of the rabbit thinks that the turtle is very slow, so it will just go and rest under the tree, and then so the turtle walks slowly, but it will win the race. So this is the story we know, right? So we'll just conclude the story saying slow and steady wins the race. So that's the story we all know, and that's how we conclude the story. But see, that's how unfortunately most of our stories, inspiring stories, like whatever we think of, they will always end something like this. So because of this, we from the childhood we have the tendency to get into this rat race. Or who wants to be like, we always wants to win the race. We always want to get first or second rank, or like when we have a game, we always want to be first. If we are not in that first or second or third, like whatever it is, we expected to do it. If we are not in that place, we'll be depressed. Especially nowadays, the kids are like more depressed because of lack of patience and things like that, right? The main reason is we are feeding them this rat race, right? So we try to compare with the other kids, and then we'll ask them to work hard, and keep the goals. So we forget teaching them how to enjoy the process, the whole process of the learning. So we don't tell them to enjoy the process. Instead, we'll try to focus on the end goal. So because of that, the kids are losing the patience. Even we, in our work, in our family, we always compare with the other of our colleagues or the friends. Oh, they have the kids early age, let's have the kids early age. But we don't enjoy the process of feeding the kids, changing the diapers. We don't enjoy it. Oh, they have the second kid, let's have it. So this is the rat race, we all going through it. But that's not how we should do the things. So whatever you do, even if you mop the floor, you should enjoy doing it. That's when you will gain the wisdom out of it. Even a small thing, you will always gain wisdom out of it. That's how we can be a grandmaster. That's how we can reach the moksha. That's how we can get the moksha. All right. So this is the story we always tell, right? But the story will not end here. So there is more parts to it. And now let's learn the parts of the story, right? So there are two kinds of rabbits, right? So the one kind of a rabbit, so one category of a rabbit, if they are not a spiritual person, let's put it that way. So what they will think? So they will think, oh, because I slept, the turtle is able to win the race. If I did not sleep, I would easily win the race. So it's not my mistake. I'm so tired, so that's why it won't. So it won't accept the lose, right? It won't accept the the race that it lost, right? So that's one category. But the other category of rabbit, even though I have a strength to go fast, the total win the race. How it happened, what the things I did wrong, right? So that's the second category of the rabbit. So we need to focus more on the second category when we lose the race, right? So what the rabbit did. So basically the rabbit, first 1 or 2 days, it might be little upset, unhappy, but finally it sit in the meditation and then ask the universe, why did I lose the race? What is the reason for losing this race? What the universe is trying to teach us by making us lose this race? So that's the question the rabbit asked in the meditation. And then, obviously, because we all are connected to the dream world, right? So let's put it this way. So the rabbit got a dream, and then the universe show the qualities the rabbit needs to improve, right? And then it showed us, the universe gave us the signal, the messages saying, okay, you are overconfident about your speed, you are careless, you think that no animal can run faster than you. So that's why we want to teach you something. That's why the tortoise, which is the smallest and slowest animal on this planet, is able to beat you, right? You need to learn the things from the whatever the mistakes you did, you need to learn out of it. That is the reason you lost the race. So then the rabbit realized what are the mistakes it did, and then it start practicing the gratitude. All right, so now it started now the rabbit is not overconfident anymore. So if the universe wants it, any animal can win the race, even though you are the fastest, right? If your qualities are not good, the universe will put you down at any minute, right? So that's why we always need to focus on the qualities. Now the rabbit practiced those qualities, and then finally it thinks that now it's very pure, it don't have any it's in very gratitude mode. It always treat the other animals with respect, without any comparison or any other things, right? Now the rabbit think that maybe let me ask the total for another race and then see if my qualities are good enough to win the race, right? Now it did not think about its abilities, now it's thinking about its qualities, right? Now the total, again, when it comes to the total, there are two kinds of total, right? Yeah. So the first kind of total, oh, I already won the race, now maybe I will lose the race if I participate with this rabbit, because I'm pretty sure the rabbit is not going to sleep now. So it might have a fear of losing the race. That is the one category of the total. And we should not fall under that category. We need to fall under the second category, which is the total is thinking, why the universe is asking me to race again with the rabbit? There is something I need to learn out of it. So it happily said, okay, I'll participate the race. And then they both have a race. Now the rabbit did not sleep at all. It did not take the rest under the tree. From the starting to finish line, it ran non-stop and it won the race by several miles. And the total is, as we all know, it's very slow. It lost the game. Now, this is not the end of the story, right? So we can conclude here saying, it's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be fast and reliable. So this is something, we can tell our kids saying, when you start learning something, let's say it is swimming or piano or math or English, whatever it is, you need to start slowly, learn the basics one by one, one by one, one by one. And once you have the confidence of, if you gain the grip on the subject or gain the grip on the game, that's when you need to start practicing how you can do it better, how you can do it fast, how you can do it in a better, reliable way without making many mistakes, right? So that's how we can teach the kids. But as I said earlier, the story did not end here. Now the turtle is thinking, why did I lose why the rabbit won this second race? What mistake I did? Is there any way I can learn out of it? What is the things I need to learn out of it? So it started doing meditation. So the turtle again sit in the meditation and asking, is there any way I can beat this rabbit in a race? In the race, or is it something I need to learn out of this race, right? And then the turtle got a dream again. So in the dream, it got a dream showing that it's swimming in a lake. That's the dream it got. And then that struck the turtle a very good idea. So it went back to the rabbit again, asking for another race. But only one condition, the turtle said. The turtle will plan a different route other than what they went through in the last two races. But the rabbit agreed right away. The rabbit thought, there is no way the turtle is going to win this race, because I am not going to rest under the tree like the first race. And then it agreed right away. And then they had a race. So the rabbit started the race, but they took a different route, right? And then it went and it ran. And then finally it stopped near the creek. So the goal point is the other side of the lake. And the rabbit don't know how to swim. So it is just sitting next to that riverbed and it don't know what to do. And then the turtle slowly walking, and then it crossed the river and it went the other side of the riverbed and then reached the goal point. So what we can learn out of it, right? So when we have this is something we need to teach the kids, right? So this is something we need to find what is our core strengths, right? You cannot compare with anyone else. You have your own strengths. Because someone is doing medicine, you don't have to do the medicine. Because someone is doing engineering or someone is working on some other technology which you think is good, you don't have to work on it. First, find out what is your core strength, right? That's when, once you know your core strength, that's when you will enjoy the process of learning it and also process of working on it and the process of teaching of it, right? So that's what we can learn out of it. And this is something we need to teach the kids, right? So working on your strength will not only get you noticed, but will also create opportunities for growth and advancements. So this is something, we can tell the kids as well as we can learn out of this story, right? So because the rabbit is fast on the land, the turtle is fast on the lake. So that's how it recognized its strength and then changed the different route and able to win the race, right? But the story did not end here, because in real life, right, it's not about winning the race or losing the race. It's all about learning out of the race, right? So now what happened? Now, after having three races, the rabbit and turtle, they both became very good friends because of one of the other, they learned a lot of things in life. They learn how to enjoy the process of learning the race. They, they learn the process of practicing for the race, and they learned process of practicing good qualities in life, right? Now they became very good friends, and they thought whatever the last three races they had, there is something missing in those races. So they again sit under meditation and then try to find out what they are missing, right? And then they got a very good idea, right? And then they started the race one more time. The whatever the last race they had in the same row, they started the race again. This time, when they are running on the forest or on the ground, the rabbit is carrying the turtle. And when they are going through the lake, the turtle is carrying the rabbit. And that's how they both won the race, right? Together. And that's how we should conclude any story, right? It's not about winning or losing. It's about getting together as a team and completing our work as a team and learning as a team and achieving the goal as a team. And that's how we all are gathering here to gain the wisdom, and as also practicing this meditation every single day, right? So this is the this is the story I always like when someone asks us to teach in kids meditation or any story, like I always tell this. I always start with this story, because I feel like every kid should know about this story. They should practice whatever the rabbit and turtle is practicing in their life. They have to practice this. If they practice these, if they adapt these qualities, they don't have to look back for any help from anyone. They can achieve their goals easily. They can fulfill their dreams very easily, and we can sleep easily. All right. So this is the let's conclude with the story. We are already more than 20 minutes. So now, like, please raise your hand if anyone has any thoughts or anyone wants to share anything out of these stories, or if you come across any situation where you acted as the non-spiritual rabbit in any of your situations in your life challenges, just express yourself. And if you feel like, oh, I acted like a spiritual rabbit or the spiritual turtle in some challenges, just let us know. If you want to share, just share those challenges. Oh, I forgot to turn on the video, is it? Okay. No. Anyway, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So, Krishna Garu, yeah, that was a beautiful story, actually. They very nicely. Most of us will stop at that first story, but the way you continued and the examples you gave is beautifully done. In fact, the first thing that comes to the mind when you talked about the last story is none other than our way to moksha, because everyone has different strengths. And this is where I can see, everyone come together with their own strengths and doing a service to the universe, right? This is a perfect example for our own way to moksha group, actually. Thank you so much for sharing that, sir.
Thank you, sir. So anyone else, please share your thoughts. Deepthi Master, unmute yourself.
Actually, it's a dumb question, but I just wanted to know the difference between the analyzing as well as thinking in the dream. As per the story, you said like in the dream we'll be getting like we are analyzing the things, right? Like what went wrong, why we did do. So what is the main difference between analyzing or getting the dreams?
So getting a dream is something like, getting a power to your house, right? Analyzing is utilizing it, basically. You can utilize the power to, turn on the fridge, turn on the fan, and things like that. So when you analyze your dream, that's when you know what went wrong and how you can rectify it going forward in your life.
Okay.
Does it answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, masters, anyone? Please raise your hands. I thought we can, we can spend another 10 minutes on this actually. And please always share this story to your kids. All right, at least once a year. Try to tell them this story, and then whenever they face issues, just narrate the story. I think this is one of the good stories, like every kid should know about it. All right. Yeah, Padmaja Master, unmute yourself.
Hello, Master. Actually, in this story, unlike the traditional rabbit and turtle story, here everybody is a winner. So it's not like, okay, because you have some qualities, I have some qualities. We both bring our like plus points together, and we are all the winners. So yeah, that's how, like, we have to teach to the kids, not like, okay, yeah, that is the best way. And actually, whoever you came up with this idea, that is
I did
so
not came up
great.
with this. I added some flavors like, dreams, meditation. But the original story, the main, I just took the flavor and then added meditation and dreams to it and created those slides. But it's already there. I read it, when I was in 5th, 6th grade. So I just modified it. That's it. Added our flavors to it.
That is really, really good. And it makes, like, it motivates all the children. Like, that is very good. Like, yeah. And it's not only for the kids, for all of us to learn, like, because we all have we are weak in some places and we have strengths. So we have to move forward with our strengths. So that is very, very impressive. And it's inspiring, this story is. Yes. Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Padmaja Master, for sharing your thoughts. All right, so anyone else wants to share anything?
Hi, Master. This is Priya.
Yeah.
Can you please share this PDF story in the group or
Yeah,
somewhere
sure.
in the WayToMoksha?
Sure.
I would like to share this to my kid.
Okay.
She's missing. So, yep. Thank you.
Sure. Definitely, I'll share the PPT in our group, and you can feel free to use it anywhere you want.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, masters. Anyone else wants to share your thoughts, or if not, maybe we can continue the meditation.